Bojo Knalia, a Pegish Imnoya Pana. We here at Nishnaabemwin in Nipissing and Wang believe peer review is an important process in the education process. However, due to lack of speaker accessibility, scheduling, and these lessons being produced by second language learners, we tend to make mistakes in how Nishnaabemwin is represented. We encourage you to think with a critical mind when watching our videos and question the validity of something said in the video that catches your attention. We are language learners and naturally don't know what we don't know. We don't discourage others from helping us out by educating us, and if you see a mistake you would like us to rectify, you can do so by contacting the email in the video description. We also ask for your patience in waiting for edits, because it is a long process to edit mistakes we share in our videos, and there is the possibility that it might not align with the speakers of Nipissing First Nation. Miigwech Bisinduyang, Wewehenag Nawam Damuk.
On in Bojo Kanalia, Mr. McLeod Mondayamina, Bajinaka Queen Ween Monim. I just want to let you guys know that links to the dictionary, PDFs to the worksheet, audio files are in links in the description of this video, as well as any other resources that'll help you out with this lesson will eventually be there as soon as I'm done making them. Aho, miigwech.
On in Bojo, Mr. McLeod, Mondaya. And today's lesson is on VTA B form inflections, part niche, forming dependent clauses with our VTA words. Previously in Nishnaabemwin, we covered a wide variety of A form positive and negative VTA inflections, using simultaneously prefixes and suffixes to manipulate our VTA words. In today's lesson, we're learning how to incorporate B form suffixes into our VTA inflections. As always, when adding suffixes, our second last consonant rule is in effect. We also covered grammatical agreements, tense markers, question particles, adverbs, and grammar patterns to facilitate multi-clause sentences. All of those grammatical aspects will be used and practiced throughout the remainder of this course and its work. Lesson itinerary. In today's lesson, we'll be dividing it up into 3 sections, explaining various aspects to contextually understand and model B form positive inflections with our VTA words. The first section will be an explanation of dependent clauses and B form. Second section will articulate grammatical agreements and grammar patterns. And the third section will model B form positive paradigms of this week's inflections. Part Basic, dependent clauses, also known as B form. B form dependent clauses. Today's class will be about learning B form inflections for VTA words. So far, we've been learning how to express A form or independent clauses with our VTA words. A clause is a phrase that contains a verb, also known as a predicate, and a noun or pronoun as the subject. Here's your point to write down your notes before moving on. Make sure to write this down before we move on. Miskoye ambe. Here we have the sign up, meaning you should write down all these points before we move on to the next slide. In Nishnaabemwin, we have A form, B form, and C form. These are names we give to types of clauses. A form independent clause is simply a phrase that contains a noun, also known as the subject, and a verb, predicate, that sounds like a complete thought. We'll give you a chance to pause the video here to write these down in your notes before we move on to the next slide. Miskoye ambe. Independent clauses versus dependent clauses. An example of an independent clause is the dog sees the cat. It makes sense on its own without any further information. You don't need any further information to understand what is happening. We have our sign up. We need to write down all these points before we move on to the next slide. An example of a dependent clause is if the dog sees the cat. Notice how our dependent clause feels like it needs more information? It sounds incomplete. That's what makes it a dependent clause. It relies on further information. This is what we call B form or dependent clause. We'll give you a chance here to pause the video and write these points down in your notes before we move on to the next slide. Miskoye, onbe. A form versus B form. In Nishnaabemwin, we use terms like A form, B form, and C form to describe what kind of clauses we are discussing. A form, or independent clause, is the simplest to understand and use in our speech. We have the sign up, meaning you should write down all these points before we move on to the next slide. B form, or dependent clause, is the most popular clause native speakers use because it shares common inflection paradigms with C form, and it has the most expressive capabilities compared to our other forms or clauses. B form only appears as suffixes for all 4 types of Nishnaabemwin verbs: VII, VAI, VTI, and VTA. We'll give you a chance here to pause the video and write these points down in your notes before we move on. Miskoye, onbe. Part niche, grammatical agreements and grammar patterns. When to use B form inflections. We will focus on B form grammar patterns to elicit B form inflections. B form grammar patterns will include an initial word that will force our verbs, currently our VTA words, to inflect in B form. Here's your point to write down in your notes before we move on. Make sure to pause the video and write this down. Miskoye, onbe. Grammatical agreement. Ojibwe uses a lot of grammatical agreements. Grammatical agreements are when 2 or more aspects of grammar are required to be used within the same phrase to make sense. When we use grammar patterns, this can be understood as a grammatical agreement because we need both our adverbs and B form inflections to communicate specific things. For example, while is megwa plus B form. Megwa ginawen mug a babies means while I am taking care of the baby. From here, we can see and express the concept of while. We need to use both the adverb megwa and our verb needs to be inflected with a B form suffix. A form does not agree for expressing while. Here's the points for you to write down in your notes before we move on. Make sure to pause the video here and write these down. Miskoye, onbe. The B form grammar patterns we will be using. We have the sign up, meaning that you guys should write these down before we move on to the next slide. Onde plus B form means where. Our example is onde giwa mug anene. Where did I see the man? Onwe plus B form means even though or although. Onwe gi mikoji yed anene. Even though you teased the man. A.k.a. plus B form means I wish. A.k.a. shkitchemug anene. I wish I was able to talk about the man. Bochje plus B form means have to. Bochje no swanag anene ngudje. I have to follow the man somewhere. Gishbin plus B form means if. Gishbin wa mid anene, if the man sees me. We'll give you a chance to pause here and write these down in your notes before we move on. Miskoye ambe. J plus B form means to or so. Jigshke wa mig anene, so the man can see you. Jabwa plus B form means before. Jabwa jano swanid amnene ingoje, before the man will follow you somewhere. Megwa plus B form means while. Megwa gigna wa mug anene, while I was watching the man. Naj plus B form means until. Naj gondrem nud anene, while you push the man. P plus B form means when. P gnawa mud anene, when you look at the man. We'll give you a chance here to pause the video and write these down in your notes before moving on. Miskoye ambe. Midash plus B form means and then. Midash gignawa mud anene, and then you were looking at the man. In Minwendan plus B form means I like to or that. In Minwendan mikoji yad anene, I like that you are teasing the man. Mi P plus B form means that's when or it's time to. Mi P giwa bid anene, that's when the man saw me. First clause plus B form means that. Donchkad is giwa mid anene. I'm angry that the man saw me. J shkwa plus B form means after. Jip kitewig anene gidap kitewa. After the man hits you, you should hit him. We'll give you a chance here to pause the video and write these down in your notes before we move on. Miskoye ambe. Part and swe. B form positive VTA paradigms. We have the sign up, meaning you should write down all these points before we move on to the next slide. Our M ender example is ganawabam. Look at him or her. Ganawab miyan. That you are looking at me. Ganawab minan. That I am looking at you. Our glottal stop enders are inbe, put someone to bed, and shke, anger someone, and zage, love someone or be stingy with someone. Inbeyan, that you are putting me to bed. Nshkeyan, that you are angering me. Zageyan, that you love me. Inbeyanon, that I am putting you to bed. Nshkeyanon, that I am angering you. Zaganon, that I love you. We'll give you a chance to pause the video here and write these in your notes before we move on. Miskoye ambe. Our N ender is pkidin. It means release, allow, or let someone go. Pkidniyan, that you are letting go of me. Pkidninon, that I am letting go of you. Our dummy N ender is no swaj, follow him or her. Noswajyan, that you are following me. Noswaninan, that I am following you. We will give you a chance to pause the video here and write these in your notes before we move on. Miskoye ambe. Our AW ender is mkao, find him or her. Mkaoyan, that you are finding me. Mkonan, that I am finding you. Our fused W ender is no, point at him or her, or to him or her. Noyan, that you are pointing at me. Nowinan, that I am pointing at you. We'll give you a chance to pause the video here and write these in your notes before we move on. Miskoye ambe. We have the sign up, meaning you should write these down before we move on to the next slide. For our M ender, we're using the example chim, which means talk about him or her. Chimod ikwewanene, that the man is talking about the woman. Chimikud ikwewanene, that the man is being talked about by the woman. Our glottal stop enders are mikoji, tease him or her, on me, give him or her a heck, and pape, laugh at him or her. Mikoji yad ikwewanene, that the man is teasing the woman. On me yad ibibi son nene, that the man is giving the baby heck. Bapad ikwewan nene, that the man is laughing at the woman. Mikoji good ikwewan nene, that the man is being teased by the woman. On me good ibibi son nene, that the man is being given heck by the baby. Bapikud ikwewan nene, that the man is being laughed at by the woman. We'll give you a chance to pause the video here and write these down in your notes before we move on. Miskoye ambe. For our N ender, we're using pkidin, release, allow, or let go of someone. Pkinod is as being nene, that the man is letting go of the rope. Pkidnigud is as being nene, that the man is being let go of by the rope. For our dummy N enders, we're using noswaj, noswanad imozon mkwa, that the bear is following the moose. Noswanigud imozon mkwa, that the bear is being followed by the moose. We'll give you a chance to pause here and write these down in your notes before we move on. Miskoye ambe. For our AW enders, we're using bzindao, listen to him or her. Bzindwad ibibi san kwe, that the woman is listening to the baby. Bzinda good ibibi san kwe, that the woman is being listened to by the baby. For our fused W ender, we're using no, which means point at or to him or her. No wad ibibi san nene, that the man is pointing at the baby. No wig good ibibi san nene, that the man is being pointed at by the baby. We'll give you a chance here to pause the video and write these down in your notes before we move on. Miskoye ambe. Lesson recap. B-form phrases don't inherently make sense on their own, because they are dependent clauses. They rely on further information. For the purposes of your learning, I will try to restrict B-form inflections to the grammar patterns shared in this lesson. B-form inflections are strictly suffixes for all verbs in Nishnaabemwin. Syncopation is prevalent throughout our B-form inflections. Grammatical agreements are very crucial to proper communication in Ojibwe, so make sure your grammar patterns match the ones from this lesson, and the suffixes match the ones from our paradigm section. Suffixes that start with an ah sound communicate acting on fourth person. Suffixes that start with an ig sound communicate action coming from fourth person. VTA enders will morph when certain suffixes are added, so we need to be aware of those from the paradigm section of this lesson. In our work going forward, we will also be incorporating grammatical agreements, tense markers, question particles, adverbs, and grammar patterns to facilitate multi-clause sentences, because those aspects are not affected by negation and could elicit more natural patterns of speech than just plain present tense A-form negative sentences. Misa Gekpiaja, that is finally it for today.